Howdy, and welcome, fellow Long Darkers. The plan here is to start a new run on Interloper to prepare for the Cougar, because it is currently the first week of November 2024. Cougar should be reintroduced to the game in December, and I have a 190-day Interloper run that I'd prefer not to just run down and kill with the Cougar. So the goal here with this particular run is to start a new Interloper run, get it geared up enough with like a bow. I'd like to go Blackrock and get the bulletproof vest. I don't spend a lot of time in Blackrock on Interloper because it's kind of useless. But I figure if we're going to take on the Cougar, maybe that's a good motivation for me to go there and learn the region a little bit better. So yeah, we're starting a new Interloper run. I can't handle Will's voice line, so we are Astrid enjoyers here. Feats, do I care that much? I guess we'll go just to make sure we survive and I don't have to keep doing this run over and over again. Maybe we should enable some of these. Sprinting, I guess that's fine. I'm not planning on doing a long run, so immune to cabin fever probably won't help very much. But yeah, I think that's fine. We'll go for it. Because this is mostly a test run, I'm going to turn off Scurvy. It shouldn't be a problem early game. Anyway, you survive on cattails mostly on Interloper, so. But, to make our lives a little bit easier, we'll just not worry about it. Go Cougar bait, since that is the whole point of this run. And let's see where we go. Hopefully we can learn a little bit about Interloper at the same time. So, spawn-wise, we have crows. We are in Forlorn Muskeg. Not a bad spawn. There's a place to get flares over there at the poacher's camp. Let's see any wolves. Let's grab these cattails and then we'll head back that direction. Forlorn Muskeg, I don't know, I like it as a spawn. You get a ton of cattails, which, as I just mentioned, is going to be most of your food early on. Also gives you tinder for fires, which is kind of nice. And then, yeah, there's loot around in Forlorn Muskeg, but first thing you probably want to do when you get to Forlorn Muskeg is leave, and you're right next to Mystery Lake, so if you just make your way to the train tracks, then you just follow them out of here, and we are really close to Mystery Lake, which has a ton of loot and a ton of shelter. I believe this ice is thin, but I think if we run, we will make it across. Oof. That felt a little close. Oh man, it is cold. It's midday, and I have 3 down arrows, so maybe we do a little bit of sprinting, stick. Early on, the only way to protect yourself from wolves is if you get lucky, you can hit them with a rock in the face and they will flee.
Gotta warm up somehow.
Since I don't have any matches, I can't use a torch, so that's gonna be what we have to use. Oh, please, come on, man. This might also be thin ice, so we're just gonna preemptively sprint. Let's get a couple cattails. I have not heard any wolves howling yet. That would be nice, so I could have an idea of where they might be.
Freezing.
There's a wolf howl. It's like straight ahead and to the left. Which is good, because I'm going to go to the right and go to Mystery Lake. is a good plan. We'll get the... There's a guaranteed flare at Poacher's Camp here in this train car. There's also random miscellaneous stuff. Actually, a little bit of firewood. Maybe a piece of coal, scrap metal. Sticks. Wolves definitely behind me. Coal, there's our guaranteed flare, so we can start a fire. Scrap. Coal. Memento cash. Don't necessarily care about that. I'll take a sweater. This one has more windproof, so I'm going to add that on the outside. Actually, yeah. Alright, there's a bear spawn like right here around the corner, so I need to be careful. Check this backpack. There's some disc stuff on the ground over here, and then I think we're probably going to get out of here. Food. Don't necessarily need a ton of scrap right now. We will eventually for forging. Despite risk, I'm not excited about. So let us get out of here. Let's see any wildlife. I start sprinting and wasting my sprint. Make sure I'm sprinting somewhere safe. Cool. Pretty good. Grab these cattails off to the right. And then I think, yeah, Mystery Lake, we'll head to Trappers. I think we can make it there before we get frostbite. The goal is usually something nice in Trappers. Could be a hammer, could be a hacksaw. I think there's guaranteed matches there. There's also birch on the way. Keep our health a little bit higher if we drink that and stay warm with the birch tea. Alright, we're sprinting a lot. We chose that. There is usually a wolf up on this hill. It has killed me a ton of times. It's probably my least favorite wolf in the whole game. It's always the I just got finished foraging, or I'm just so close to Mystery Lake and I just want to get out of here that you do something stupid and get eaten. I don't see him. Alright, let's get out of here. Sprint. Good thing we have the feat that we chose. Alright, let's get out of here. To check our frostbite risk here in a sec. Those are tools. Will eventually be helpful. Very low, so we're good. We should be able to make the trappers no problem. Beautiful day. It feels like mine's 15, but it's because we're basically naked. Alright, let's eye out for wolves. Am I walking into the wind? I feel like I'm moving very slowly right now. It seems like I'm getting very faint wisps of snow. Alright, birch. Oops. One more would be nice, then we can at least make one tea. There it is. Alright. birch. We don't have anything to cut that down yet, but a good thing to make a mental note of. Especially if there's like a hacksaw at trappers. That could be our first arrow shafts. 4 stones, sure. 5 seems like a nice round number. I always love the running animation. Arms feel like they're just a little bit too far apart. There are rabbits right outside trappers, so maybe we'll grab one. See if the bear is out. Cave is right on the other side of this rock. Not that we're gonna fight him, but we don't want to get anywhere near him. Sticks. So I think we'll warm up in trappers, loot it. If we find matches, we can start a fire. So maybe I will kill this rabbit just in case I get matches. The rabbits are out. Sometimes they're up and over this hill. There they are. Alright, I'm gonna grab these in case I get mauled by a wolf. Stick. Really? It's gonna scare the rabbits. Scare them closer to trappers. Isn't the worst misclick I've ever had. Alright, rabbit. I'd love it if you would stop. Fine. Alright. Here's the other one. Early on it takes so long to harvest that I don't know that I want to get that one yet. That second rabbit. Alrighty. What we got? Food can opener, I will definitely take. There's something, it's really dark in here, even though it's super bright. Hammer.
Perfect.
Oh, love it. Man, that's excellent. We can hopefully get our forging done really quickly. Are these better? They are. That's fine, don't care. Need charcoal for burning. Alright, check that. Alright, let's open up the safe. I'll have matches. What happened to my flare? Does it not? Okay, it shows it here. Just assumed it would show it in the fire starting materials, but it does not. So I don't know if I'm going to waste my flare right now. We'll get a little bit warm. Oops, wrong way. Safe. Alright, about 29, so let's go back to 0 and start over. Early on, the patience required is so hard because you're always on the verge of death in Interloper, and there will almost certainly be very little loot in here, but you never know. Sometimes you get crazy and find like a Mackinac one of these things. Alright. 29, 50, and we'll just Nice and slow, back to whatever the last number is. So yeah, I don't know if I want to carry that rabbit. Man, that's tough. I was really hoping to find matches here. Maybe they're in the safe. So I think I'm going to carry the rabbit. I usually base out of camp office, so maybe I want those guts and hide there. Come on, man. I'm going to have to go all the way to like 49 on this. I'm going to cry. Thank God.
I think I can use this.
Work boots, eh? They're so torn up that they are not helpful. Alright. Really no matches. Alright. Not super warm. Maybe I'll break down a crate for 15 minutes. Get a little bit warmer. Food-wise, dog food, because we have a can opener, and it'll give me another can to make water with. That seems like a good use of our time. And why don't we drink one of these? Get some water in this too. Alright, cool. Hopefully we'll be fine. Let's grab our rabbit on the way out, and let's check. Let's head to camp office. Check the little barn area right out front. Sometimes you'll find a hacksaw. There's some other miscellaneous loot there. Firewood. Nothing. I have found a hacksaw kind of half buried in the snow in this area one time. Doesn't look like we're going to get lucky. So we do have a hammer, which is absolutely fantastic. Some rabbits way over there. We're a little far away to use our flare. Right now, it won't. I don't think it'll last all the way to camp office if I have to light it. So let's try to avoid wolves. If we have to drop the rabbit, we'll drop the rabbit.
I'm starting to feel numb.
I hear a wolf off to the left. Let's check out Max over here. Usually want to check out corpses early because you'll find feathers, which you need to make your arrows. And since we have a hammer, that's really only one feather. So we have a hammer, we'll probably be able to make our bow pretty early. So we do need to start worrying about feathers like now. Usually it's not the biggest deal. Nice and high here. Hopefully we can see wolves before they see us. There's a wolf off to the left still. I don't see any wolves, so maybe we'll cut the corner here. Can always just go back to the train tracks and then follow the train tracks in
So cold.
to camp office. We have one stinky, so. Fire a little bit. Alright. And then we'll check the deadfall cabin, since we're going by it. These are always nice. It's alright. That'll happen. Alright, tease, and then probably just beeline to camp office, because we are definitely getting cold, which probably means frostbite is starting to build. We need a hat. Still looking for wolves. Listening for wolves, always good on Interloper. All these sticks. So yeah, we have the hammer. If we get a hacksaw, we can like forge like tomorrow in game. Be fantastic. So that's really the goal here, because we need the scrap metal. We have a couple, but and there will be always a few around. Every forge where you go to, I'll probably forge at Spence's because it's outside and reduces cabin fever risk, which is great because you have to spend a lot of time inside making your bow. And then once you kill stuff, you have to usually be inside at the workbench making your, you know, bear coat, wolf coat, deer pants, whatever you're making. Alrighty. Here's camp office. Might as well grab our sticks real quick. I hear ptarmigans. Right over there. That's usually where they get. There they are. Let's drop my rabbit right next to the door, so I don't attract any wolves while I do this, but let's kill a ptarmigan. We'll only be able to get one, usually, because when you chuck the rock, it scares all the other ones. This guy's not moving, so... Got him. Alrighty. Always looking for ptarmigans early game because the improvised insulation that you can make is so good on Interloper. Just 2 extra degrees is so good. Alrighty. Matches. Matches and a hacksaw. That's what we're looking for.
This stuff will come in handy.
Antibiotics for now. We haven't made any teas yet, so if we eat something and get sick, we're gonna need those. I have so many cattail heads that I don't think I need that for tinder yet. Alright, always looking high and low. There's loot everywhere here. Skillet. Oil, salt. We can make broth now. What a beautiful start. Knock on wood. Really matches with the cooking pot. Fantastic. More paper. Spray paint I don't really care about. Put that up there. Cans. Coffee. Excellent. There's a potato on the ground. It's a unique storage location for a potato.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Yeah, you're gonna survive, Astrid. Alright, let's see what else we got. More cans. Mr. Dead Guy. We got something that we can read. I don't know if I need that book. I picked up a couple already, but do a little bit of inventory management to warm ourselves up. We're actually not that warm in here. It's only 1. Good lord. We need clothes badly. Some clothes and matches. Clothes and Alright, we still do not have matches. That's starting to become a little concerning. Alright, let's get rid of some stuff that we do not need. All of these we do not need. We don't need this anymore right now. Eventually when we start making stuff, we will need it. Man, I cannot believe Trappers and Camp Office did not have matches. That's rough. Okay, I don't need this scrap right now. I will eventually. 1,000,000 sticks, which is great. I don't need to necessarily carry these with me. I'd like to maybe go out and loot a little bit more before it gets dark, since I do not have matches. Put that stuff there. I don't need to carry these around. Just get them out of the way, invisible. And then I have a lot of books. Okay, let's get all that. So I'll make a firewood drawer or something over here. 1, 2, 3. Can get rid of a ton of these. So we have matches. We don't need a ton of tinder on us. So many sticks. Let's drop about, get down to 20 maybe. Okay. Let's maybe harvest a little bit so we can get a little bit warm. Man, it's so cold in here. 34 minutes is a lot. Man, it sucks early on. I already missed my level 5 carcass harvesting on the Interloper run. Okay, we lost some, which is fine. That's the way it is early on. We did not get very warm, but we are losing light. So let's go see. We have a little bit of frostbite risk. Let's go see what it looks like outside. I actually don't know the guaranteed match spawns in Mystery Lake, because usually you kind of end up here after you've already come from some other region that's a little farther away, where you find matches where you need a cold. So, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? On my 200-day run that I showed you, I literally have not found a second pair of thermals. I'm still looking. That's actually
so cold.
hilarious to me.
I just want to lay down for a bit.
Alrighty, well, we are going to check out maybe any fishing huts that do not require us to mess with wolves. We're going to be really tired, so we can sleep 10 hours. We can get a lot of this health back, although we are going to tank a lot more being out here. I think I'm fine on cattails right now. More cloth. The worst thing ever. Nothing else. Cool. Can definitely hit this one. Usually there's a bunch of wolves out here, so I am pleasantly surprised. Yeah, it'll take a little bit more time to loot, and then we're probably just gonna finish a book. Head back and just harvest inside, warm up. Can't really even cook. I mean, I could, but I'd have to use my flare to make the fire. I don't usually find matches in these huts, but at this point I feel like it might be worth it. Especially since I do not see any wolves. Knock on wood. And it would allow us to warm up just ever so slightly, I would imagine. Especially now that we have more thermals. It'll be a little bit warmer inside.
I think I need to lay down.
We also have a little bit more daylight, so hopefully these are bright enough for us to see. They are very bright for some reason. Books, I probably should not carry a ton of those. I already have a bunch. Stick. Clothing, please. Matches, please. Unfortunate. Candy bar. Going probably a little too fast. We should slow down and actually do a good job, otherwise there's no point in being here. It is a big rush in Interloper. Sometimes you can go too fast though. Hungry. Let's check this. Get us some water and calories. Let's go to this last cabinet, and I think we're gonna head back. I'll have to think. Like I said, I don't know where matches are guaranteed in Mystery Lake. There are guaranteed matches in a lot of it. I missed the door. I did not. It's on the back. There's guaranteed matches in a lot of places. I think the dam probably is where I'll have to go. I don't need any working hands in my life right now. Eventually, maybe we'll make some noisemakers or something for the Cougar. But we are a long way away from that for sure. Clothing. Matches, please. Love you forever. Lake house, if you can provide. Shelf papers. It's a little dark. Stop removing. Fine. Speaking of noisemakers. Alright. What are we on food? We have a lot of cattails. A decent amount of food. Maybe if I happen to go buy cattails, I'll pick up a few, but probably going to be very cold.
Damn, I'm freezing.
Yeah. Let's beeline back to camp office. I don't need to take too much more damage. Also, we're going to be exhausted here in a sec, so we'll save a little bit of fatigue meter in case I need to sprint for some reason. The reason would almost certainly be a wolf. So yeah, I think once we get there to camp office, we'll probably do a bunch of harvesting. I really want that down. In case I get another ptarmigan, and I can make improvised insulation. Get the meat out of the rabbit, probably the gut, so we can get that curing. We can do that all indoors and warm up. And then I think we'll have enough food, especially with all these cattails, that I'm not going to worry about wasting my flare on a fire, because, I mean, we might have enough firewood to last the night, but I don't want to use my only source of fire right now. I think I'm going to skip all these cattails and just go to camp office before we freeze to death. So yeah, we'll just do some harvesting, we'll do some crafting, and sleep 10. And then probably head to the dam. I think there's guaranteed matches there. If I remember, there's also a good chance of a hacksaw. Probably stop by the lookout on the way. I have definitely found decent loot at the lookout. It's definitely worth a stop since it's kind of sort of on the way. Or it can be, depending on which way you go. You can go through the river access as well. I'm fine with cattails. Just kidding. I'm never fine with cattails. You can never have too many cattails. What am I saying? I'll start dropping the heads though, but we'll see. I can store them in here. There's our last bit of energy. Are the other ptarmigans back? Any decoys? Oh my gosh, please. Second ptarmigan? Wow. These ptarmigans are not always here. This is a spawn for them, so if they're going to spawn, they will be here, but it's not guaranteed. But now that we have 2 of these, that gets you the 5 feathers, if I remember correctly, that you need.
Just need to close my eyes.
To make the improvised installation. Okay, please be warm. Just barely. Alrighty, so what's the most important? That's a good question. I suppose we get the meat out. And the feathers. Alright, let's check. Improvised insulation is 5 down. And we almost have the cloth. We can break down a curtain or something to get that. Yeah, so let's get the meat out. That way when we find matches, or if we decide to use the flare tomorrow morning, or something like that, then we can cook it. That's rough, 42 minutes. Yikes. I think the insulation takes priority. So 40 minutes. I don't have any water is the issue, so we're gonna have to eat this stuff for water. Because I'm not going to be able to sleep 10 hours. So maybe I do have to make a fire. Alrighty. Do I dare do it outside? Where it will last longer? Yes. We have enough coal that we can be warm. Let's find something wind sheltered. Just pray. Oh. Well, we shouldn't get a blizzard with the aurora. So where's the wind coming from? Alright, we are going to use our flare. I don't know if that's a good idea or not.
If I don't warm up soon.
Because we do need water. That's a concern. But flare, we're not using that. We use our cash, we use the book. 80% is about as good as it gets for a fire starting chance. Collect some torches off this. We
Fire.
get some meat going. We need coal. that, or do I want to make broth with it? Is the question. More there, that's what I say. I forgot how much it takes for broth. It takes a kilo, so how much do I have with this? I probably don't want to waste it. Alright. Drop. Let's do this heating up. Your canned food gives you a cooking level experience. So I'm going to eat this. It's low, but I have enough. I'm going to sleep for 10 hours anyway. 42 minutes will probably burn that, so maybe I don't do that. What else can we make that would be helpful? Bandages. Teas. Cook our potato. That'll give us plenty of time. Harvest this so we can cook it. I'm going to take a lot of damage from cold today and from fatigue. 16 minutes. I'll make something else. Rose hips. Bandage in case I get mauled. Rose hips. Eat it. 29 minutes. Let's start getting feathers. Oh my gosh, don't burn out, please. Got close. I'm definitely used to having higher fire starting where your fires last so much longer. Alright, we have a ton of water now, which is fantastic. How long will you take? 7 minutes? So let's do another chunk of water. 6 minutes. We get a bandage probably in case we get mauled. And then maybe we'll do some more. Maybe we'll cook a tea. Birch bark. I am gonna need torches, so let's actually get some more wood out from our wood pile. Alright, let's just do some water so that we can harvest feathers. Minutes, enough on our fire. Let's get another one. And then we probably have to go to sleep. liter. And then we're gonna have to go to sleep. Cook the little piece of rabbit? I did, yeah. Sounds like we're getting a blizzard. Alright, I have 4. I need one more feather. I also need some torches. If this could boil this one. Alright, so I think we get our water here. Get a chunk of torches. It's absolutely awful. We could do one more ptarmigan, maybe? Fantastic, terrible torch. Really love like a good torch. I'll try one more stick. Okay, not bad. Alrighty, we're gonna grab the ptarmigan. I'm gonna do one more feather. Almost certainly inside. And then we'll go to sleep, I think is the plan. Hopefully this works out. I'm spending a lot of time tanking a lot of health getting these feathers, but I'm hoping that the 2 degrees of warmth will be worth it. So, see if that ends up being true or not.
Trees, because I'm gonna.
Alright, let's drop this outside. Don't necessarily have to do that, but... Alright. So, go to the window. This gets me up the stairs. There's another window. Turn. There's the last window. Is next to the beds. Alright, let's eat enough food so that we can recover fully. Probably gonna sleep 10. That's gonna use a lot of our daylight, but we're really low health. But hopefully tanking that health was worth it. Whatever. Just eat this stuff. A nice healthy supply of water. I think that's fine. Once you're at half, you're definitely good. Drink some water. Check my afflictions. Sleep 10. So, that was a solid first day. Still don't have matches or a hacksaw. I think the plan is probably going to be to go to the dam. So this might be a good place to stop. We survived our first day. Sounds like we have a fantastic blizzard going on, so maybe I should have saved my feather harvesting until this point when I was stuck inside, but it's just the way that Interloper is sometimes. So we're back up to half health. We're probably going to do a ton of sprinting, but yeah, I think we'll leave it there. Plan is go to the dam, probably stop by the overlook tower on the way. Usually there's some loot there that's worth it, but I think the dam will hopefully have the matches and the hacksaw that we need, and then we could probably forage soon after that, which would be a great start to this Interloper run. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you learned a bunch of stuff. Hopefully your interloper runs start with hammers within the first couple hours as well. It's always nice to see. But yeah, we'll call it a day. We'll see you on the next one.